in the air to left field. Back goes Peterson at the wall, and that ball is going to be gone. Home run number 2 of the night for Christian Villanueva. This one just clears the fence and left, and the Padres add on. They lead it 7-5. Second multi-home run game of the year for Christian Villanueva, all part of a 7-5 win for the Padres in Game 2. It's on to Game 3 as we welcome you inside the broadcast booth, everybody. Don Orsillo along with Mark Grant. Welcome to Padres Baseball. Well, Bud, today back in the lineup is Christian Villanueva. Last night got his 13th and 14th home runs of the year. He's been impressive.
Batting fourth, it's a great script for the Mexican-born third baseman for the San Diego Padres. All about opportunity for Christian Villanueva. When he was in Chicago organization, Chris Bryant was at third base, so now he's getting a chance to shine. And these are pretty good names right here, the National League home run leaders. Why? He's crushing the fastball. He'll hit a breaking ball that's a mistake. Bryce Harper with 15, and then Christian Villanueva. I'll be honest with you, Don Orsillo, I would have lost this bet. But as we speak, on this date in May, it's nice to have Christian Villanueva hitting those home runs and multiple home run games as well. So it's been a nice script.
Well, last night, Jordan Lyles got the start, gave up 5 runs. Then Andy Green went to the bullpen, and the bullpen was spectacular again last night.
Just goes to show you how valuable it is to have great arms. They're in the top 5 as far as strikeouts, the bullpen. Ty Webb comes in the 5th. Bases loaded with 2 outs. He gets an out in the 6th. Stammen comes in after him, Mr. Reliable. Kirby Yates, the old trapdoor, split finger fastball for the swing and a miss. Close ball games late. These guys plus Brad Hand coming in to seal the deal. He makes it look so cool. Once again, a feather in the cap for this bullpen for the Padres, doing a great job in tight ones.
Well, getting ready for his first start here, 4th career start for Matt Strahm. It'll be a bullpen day today for the Padres. It'll be interesting, but Strahm will get the nod.
He is a guy who's going to go out there today and just fire strikes, take your chances. If you go 2 innings, fine. If you go 3, I think it's golden for Matt Strahm, but he's got some good stuff. Firm fastball, nice sharp breaking ball, and a changeup as well.
Well, the Padres were winners last night. One of the unsung heroes from last night, Tyler Webb out of the pen. We'll check in with Andy Green when we come back as Bob Scanlon joins us from Dodger Stadium after this.
last night. Bases loaded in a 5-3 game in the fifth. Tyler Webb comes in. He gets ahead of Logan Forsythe, but then he falls behind 3-1. The 3-1 pitch is going to be a fastball upstairs to even up 3-2. The 3-2 offering, fastball by him. He gets out of it. An absolute turning point in that ball game. A chance for the Dodgers to blow this game open last night. Tyler Webb got it done. How important was that moment? Here's the skipper, Andy Green, to tell us.
It was obvious at that point in time. I gave Jordan probably one too many batters again, let him have a chance at Bellinger, didn't get him out. And then Webb's got to come into a bases loaded situation, not pitching for a week, and he punches out Forsythe and gets the next out to lead off the next inning. That's why we won this baseball game today, because he kept us close. A lot of times that game slips away, so I'm really pleased with the guy that hadn't pitched a lot for us up here, did a big thing for us today.
The bullpen, a big factor in last night's ball game, and the Padres adding to their bullpen, acquiring Phil Hughes from the Minnesota Twins. He'll work out of the pen initially, maybe transition to the rotation. We'll wait and see, but for now, some bolstering for that pen, which Andy Green needs. Coming up, Padres and Dodgers. The Padres will try to hit the I-5 South with the series win. They have a chance to do it today behind Matt Strom. He'll make his first start for the Padres. Strom against Walker Buehler. Padres, Dodgers, first pitch coming up here on Fox Sports San Diego.
Now for the weather report, brought to you by your always sunny Honda dealers of San Diego County. It's 72 degrees in LA. Southwest breeze at 4 miles per hour. Forecast fair, and right now not many clouds in the sky. There are a few off in the distance, but nothing right now over Dodger Stadium. Don Orsillo, Mark Grant, Bob Scanlon with you. Day baseball from Chavez Ravine. The finale of a very long road trip for Andy Green's team as we check out his starting nine. Brought to you by your San Diego County Toyota dealers. Travis Jankowski about to lead it off. Eric Hosmer at first base. Jose Perella in left. Christian Villanueva at third. Corey Spangenberg at second. Franmil Reyes in right. Freddie Galvis at short. Rafi Lopez does the catching. And Matt Strom out of the 9th spot. First pitch of the ball game and a swing and a miss for Travis Jankowski. And we are underway. Now Travis leading off again today and hitting at .321 with a home run and 3 runs batted in.
Well, what did we learn from Buehler in Monterey? He went right after these Padre hitters with the fastball, not afraid, not scared. Good breaking ball, great secondary stuff.
Work quickly.
Yes.
Didn't give up any hits. In fact, went deep into the game without giving up many hits. Look at those numbers. No hits in 6 innings. Combined to the no-hitter that night in Monterey. In the air to left field, but right at Matt Kemp out there for out number 1 of the ball game.
Let's dig a little deeper into what Walker Buehler is like. We saw him in Monterey. He was in a groove. Hopefully the Padres break him of that groove. 6-pitch mix. Good secondary pitches. He's got the cut fastball, the curveball, the slider. Very aggressive, not afraid. He pounds the zone. You're going to get strikes. You're going to get quality strikes today from Walker Buehler.
Now 1 down in the first, and it brings up Eric Hosmer. He lifts a fly ball to left also. Matt Kemp is over. And a little stagger there, but he makes the catch. 2 down.
Let's take a look at the Dodger defense behind Walker Buehler. We just saw Matt Kemp. Couple of 7s in the books already defensively. Kemp in left, Kike Hernandez in right, Yasiel Puig in right field this afternoon. 2 errors in 36 games in right field. Turner, Taylor, Forsythe, Bellinger around the horn. And behind the plate putting down sides is Yasmani Grandal.
2 down here in the first inning, and it brings up Jose Perella. Well, Perella has been hot, hitting at .273, no homers, 17 runs batted in. Well, the Dodgers have won 5 of 8 games against the Padres this year. We'll see the Dodgers again till July 9th through the 12th, a 4-game series in San Diego. The last time out for Buehler held the Rockies to 1 run on 2 hits, 7 innings on Monday. Took a no decision. Here's a drive out towards deep left center field. Back goes Matt Kemp towards the wall, and he leaps at the wall, drops the baseball. Into second base goes Perella. Looked like he made the catch, and maybe on contact with the wall, it came loose.
Third baseman number 22, Christian Villanueva.
Let's see if Perella gets a mistake. It's a 4-seamer up in the zone. He gets on top of it. And for a guy who hits a lot of ground balls, I thought this was going to be the first home run. This was not the most graceful for Matt Kemp. Hits it off the heel, does a little juggling act.
I just didn't catch it.
Yeah.
Happened before the contact. He was already juggling it in the glove. Thought the wall may have jarred that free, but not the case. They have ruled it a double. So Perella at second, and Villanueva now taking strike 1.
I've been looking forward to this matchup, Donnie, huh? Buehler, good fastball. He likes to pump the fastball. If he gets a hanging breaking ball, a mistake, it could speed up his bat for Villanueva. Do some damage that way.
14 home runs now in the year for Villanueva. Knocked down, blocked by Grandal. Three career starts at Dodger Stadium for Buehler. 1.50 earned run average. He's given up 3 earned runs in 18 innings pitched. His offense has given him just 4 total runs in support and has lost 2 of those 3 games. So a lack of support. Something we were talking about last night for the Dodgers starters. Sounds like a broken bat. Flips it to short, and there is Taylor. Makes the catch. That ends the inning. Done with 1. Dodgers are coming up. Hyundai. Get a great deal, more than a great deal, on all new Hyundai vehicles. See your Hyundai dealer today. By Petco, the pet company. By Cadillac. Visit your San Diego Cadillac dealers today. And by Sequan Casino, opening in 2019 is Sequan's brand new 300-room resort and hotel. Back at Dodger Stadium on a beautiful day for baseball as we head to the bottom of the first inning. And the Dodgers are coming up. Padres did not score in the top of the first. Dave Roberts starting lineup. Chris Taylor, the shortstop. Kike Hernandez in center. Justin Turner at third with Yasmani Grandal catching. Matt Kemp in left, Cody Bellinger at first, Logan Forsythe at second. Yasiel Puig out of the 8th spot, and Walker Buehler is pitcher batting 9th. Chris Taylor leading it off as he does each and every day. Homered here last night in the first inning and registered his 7th home run of the year from the top spot in the Dodgers order. Strom getting the start. No telling how deeply he'll go into this game.
Hopefully just quick outs early. The one thing against Matt in 7 1/3 going into today's game, 8 walks. Way too many walks. Matt knows that. You know, I think the mentality for Matt today should be aggressive. Go right after him. Don't nibble. Make them prove that they can hit my fastball and my breaking stuff.
There's a strike, and it's 2-2. 93 on the fastball and right at the knees. Well, Taylor, Hernandez, and Turner here in the first inning. Rafi Lopez, the battery mate of Matt Strom to begin this game. .94 and up, but fouled back.
I think one of the things that Matt should worry about today is one of the first 2 pitches over for strikes. Avoid the 2-0 count. 1-1 will be fine. Now he's got a chance to wipe out Taylor here. He'll chase.
Well, last night's win, the Padres have won 3 of their last 4 games against the Dodgers. Snapped a 6-game losing streak here at Dodger Stadium. Win today, and the Padres will have their 2nd consecutive series won against the Dodgers. That's ball 4 to lead off walk for Chris Taylor.
Center field.
Well, we mentioned the walks from Matt Strom. Now 9 walks in 7 1/3 inning of work. He's got the 4-seam slider, curveball, changeup. Future starter. Well, remember, it was a thought in spring training. They had visions of him being in the rotation, possibly. He is bouncing back from knee surgery, and Matt was talking to me about a couple of weeks ago saying how he's excited, obviously, for this year, but having the whole offseason.
There's a pop-up foul ground. Hosmer shading his eyes from the sun, able to make the catch in foul ground. High skies here in L.A. Kike Hernandez retired.
Take a look at the defense behind Matt Strom as Rafi Lopez will put down the signs today. He is behind the dish. No errors in 136 1/3 innings of work. On the infield, Christian Villanueva, Freddie Galvis at short, Corey Spangenberg at second, Eric Hosmer at first base. In the outfield, left to right, Jose Perella, Travis Jankowski, Franmil Reyes in right.
So 1 on and 1 out as Justin Turner stands in on the right side. So close to the plate, he takes a strike. Turner just back after the fractured wrist that took place during spring training, hitting at .282 in his return. Sprays this one foul off to the right. And you're right, he can get to those pitches even in when they're in on his knuckles. Now last night his first home run in his return for the Dodgers. He can turn on it.
Yeah, that was a changeup, and he caught it way out in front and kept it fair. But you're right. Maybe a baseball or 2 in off the plate. He will still get his hands through quickly, get the good part of the bat, and possibly do some damage.
One out, one on, and Turner fouls another one back. One on, one out. Center fielder Jankowski over towards right center. Good sized gap out in left center field. Runner goes, and going around was Turner. Throw down to second, and he's out there. That's a strike him out. Throw him out, double play, I'm pretty sure. Yes, it is. They appealed at first base. C.B. Buckner said he offered, and Turner is out at the plate, and out at second is Taylor. It's a double play. And the throw to second base.
He never got there. He blocked him with his knee, didn't he? I didn't see his hand get to the bag.
Very close. See here if Dave Roberts is going to challenge. Watch the fingers get underneath the leg. And they're not going to challenge. It's a double play that ends the inning. Done with one. No score from LA. Keys to the game brought to you by your San Diego Honda dealers.
Love keys to the game. How about another win for San Diego? Homers, then go home. It's been a long road trip. Home runs were key last night for the Padres' victory. And then the pen is mightier than the Dodgers. See where I'm going there?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, you know, the old saying, pen is mightier than the sword. Well, pen, being a pen day for the Padres, Andy Green says it's going to be a pen day, is mightier than the Dodgers, resulting in a win.
Corey Spangenberg leading it off and fouling one back. 0-2. Back to the game.
Oh, save it.
Spangenberg at 187. 3 homers and 8 runs batted in. Look out. Fouls it off over by the Dodgers dugout, and that'll scatter them. Dodgers housed on the third base side.
They got that netting up, extending to each of the outfield side of the dugouts.
Up and away, and it is 1-2 at 96. That time from Buehler. Up again, 2-2.
I remember in Monterey when Buehler really had this feel for the curveball early and throughout. And granted, you know, it was a combined no-hitter. He went and did his share in that outing. 6 innings, no hit ball. But it was evident early on that he was going to cause some problems for the Padre hitters that day. And as we take a look at the arsenal, the fastball at 96, pretty heavy on that fastball at 63% of the time.
Elevates and Spangenberg chases. 97 on the fastball, and the first strikeout for Walker Buehler of the day.
Does he go up the ladder? He wants it down and away. It leaks up and away, and Corey cannot hold up. That's a four-seamer with some life to it.
So one down, and it brings up Franmil Reyes. 192, a home run, and 2 runs batted in. And safely in 3 of his last 5 games. He's hitting at 346 in El Paso at the time that he got called up by the Padres.
Can't throw a better pitch than that last one at 96. Right on the outside corner at the knees.
Strike 2.
I've told this story many times, and because of that pitch, I'm going to tell it again. As a 20-year-old and teammates with Dusty Baker with the Giants back in 1984, I asked him the simple question, Dusty, what's the toughest pitch to hit as a hitter in baseball? He said, fastball down and away at the knees. Not much you can do with it. You might be able to flare it to right field. You can't do damage with it, though.
Swing and a miss. Back-to-back Ks for Buehler. First he got Spangenberg, now he gets Reyes. 2 down in the second inning.
Let's see if he goes down and away with the fastball again. Up on top. Great location. Perfect. And judging by that swing, it looks like he was maybe guessing something in, middle in, because it was all upper body.
That's not a pitch you can take, too. It might have been a strike.
Yeah, no drive with the lower half.
2 down in the second brings up Freddie Galvis. Batting out of the 7th spot today for the Padres. And taking strike 1.
Yeah, both sides of the plate, too. Now he's going away to the lefties. Switch hitting Galvis.
Freddie Galvis last night getting his 2nd home run in a Padres uniform. Alex Wood down the left field line and took Wood down to one knee. Walker Buehler struck out Spangenberg, struck out Reyes, and now ahead of Galvis, 1-2. And he strikes out Galvis. Strikes out the side in order. Inning and a half done without a score from LA.
You know, I think it's awesome that Major League Baseball gets to you know, do what we do for this weekend for the troops, put everything on our jerseys. A lot of guys have it on the cleats, and just do everything we can to show the appreciation for them. So, you know, I'm glad that we all get to represent them.
Well, the thoughts of Eric Hosmer on this Memorial Day weekend, and of course, all teams across Major League Baseball wearing the uniforms, the hats. And a nice tribute here just moments ago in between innings here on the field at Dodger Stadium.
Yeah, I think on this day we're lucky and fortunate enough to watch a big league ball game, right? And I think we should sit back and reflect the true meaning of Memorial Day, the men and women who paid the ultimate sacrifice. And that's what it's really about. It just for what they have done is just unbelievable for our sake.
Well said. Osmani Grandal leading it off here in the second inning. Grandal, Kemp, and Bellinger featured in the inning as Matt Strom on 12 pitches got through the first inning. This one grounded foul towards the end of the Dodgers dugout. Well, some stretching going on in the Padres pen, but so far nobody warming yet. Bullpen day from Dodger Stadium. Grandal with a swing and a miss, and Strom picks up his second strikeout of the day.
Very nice.
Outfielder number 27.
Go right after these hitters. Up and away with the heater at 95. That's a good sign. I say pump the zone. See how far you can hit it.
One down here in the second inning, and it brings up Matt Kemp. Kemp's had a fine year, 333, 6 homers, and 25 runs batted in.
Thank you.
Generous call. Picks up that outside corner. Kemp didn't think so. Still shaking his head. On 8 games against the Padres this year, Kemp has hit at .516 with 4 homers. Flare to right, Reyes coming in, and that'll fall in front of him for a base hit. Clanks off of him, but not too far away for Kemp to advance any further. It's the first hit of the day for the Dodgers.
I think Franmil maybe on this one was a little gun shy going after, because remember he dove at one maybe a week or two ago to where it really dropped in front of him where it was absolutely no chance. And you know, no reason to try to lay out on that one for extra bases. Keep it in front of him, 1 out, keep the double play in order.
Brings up Cody Bellinger. Bellinger takes strike 1. He was in center field last night for LA. Today back at his more familiar first base. 237, 7 homers, and 23 runs batted in. He's just 3 for his last 21 in his last 9 games. Seven home runs in 51 games. And he has no home runs so far against lefties on the year. Stack it up on the shift on the right side, but keep it tight to the infield here on Bellinger. Cranks it foul off to the left out of play. Well, the first 51 games of last year, 21 home runs for Bellinger. The league is sort of adjusted to him now. The question is, can he adjust to the league here in his sophomore season? Logan Forsythe, former Padre, waiting on deck as Matt Kemp gains a lead at first. Just off the outside edge. Close pitch. 2-2.
Well, a different mindset today for Matt Straw. I'm getting word late last night that he's going to start. He has started in the past in the minor leagues with the Royals and a few times at the big league level with the Royals.
On the ground. A bobble and just the one out, as it turns out. Well, Villanueva on the right side of the infield. He's had trouble on the right side of the infield. That ball had a lot of spin on it coming out to him there as part of the shift. But instead of a double play, just gets the one because of the bobble.
Off the heel, cannot come up with it. At least you get the lead runner at second base. Very makeable play for Villanueva. Looks like he was on the move towards second base before he had the ball, but infielders will do that. Just couldn't come up with it cleanly.
Just has not been comfortable on the right side of that infield too as part of the shift. 2 outs, Bellinger at first base, and he is held on by Hosmer as Logan Forsythe will take ball 1. And Villanueva last night at third base, making 2 errors on 1 play. Fielding first and then uncorked to throw. Average under 200 for Forsythe. He's dancing out of the way on a pitch in the dirt.
There's that 2-0 count Matt Strom's trying to avoid.
To third off the glove of Villanueva, kicks into foul ground. Bellinger will take second on a hot smash down to third base by Logan Forsythe.
Right fielder, number 66, Yasiel Puig.
Did that ball take a short hop or was it on the fly? Kind of tough. It happened so quickly. I think that may have been on the short hop.
So 2 down, 2 on, and it brings up Yasiel Puig. Him off the bench to pinch hit last night. Started game 1 and back in there for game 3. Right field hitting down in the order, batting 8th. And taking strike 1.
Well, he didn't catch it cleanly, but he saved a run, right? That ball goes down the left field line. That's a run for LA.
Yeah, by knocking it down. There is action in the Padres pen as this inning continues here in the second. And this will be pitch number 30 for Strom. Looks like Adam Simber is warming in the pen. It is Simber. Fouled off down the right field line, out of play. Strom, an inning and 2/3 deep into his first start in a Padres uniform. Got Bellinger at second, Forsythe at first, and 2 away. On the ground left side, Galvis coming in. He'll go to first with the throw, and it's in plenty of time to end the inning as the Dodgers strand 2, scoreless after 2.
today. They acquired the veteran Phil Hughes from the Minnesota Twins, along with some cash and the 74th pick in the draft coming up. Now that's going to be a compensation B pick draft. Those are the only draft picks that are tradable, so it's interesting. This is sticking with the theme, guys, of A.J. Preller going for youth. Yes, he wants to bolster the bullpen here. Phil Hughes will help out in the bullpen, maybe eventually transitioning over to the rotation. But more importantly, this is about getting that draft pick, and this makes up for the draft pick that the Padres lost when they acquired Eric Hosmer. So the Padres giving up an A-ball catcher in the process. Phil Hughes will join the team, work out of the pen, and we'll see where it goes from there, guys. Back up to you.
All right, Scan, thanks very much. Yeah, first thought was as soon as they get Phil Hughes that he would go right into the rotation, but that is not the case, as Bob Scanlon told us as part of the pregame show, that he will be used out of the bullpen. But the draft pick big too, as the Padres selecting again a relatively high draft pick.
Yeah, kind of deep draft. I've been talking to some scouts and some writers, and they say that this year's draft is deep. So 74th pick overall, a chance to get a good young player. And let's face it, Phil Hughes is getting long in the tooth. He's 32 years old. Spent a lot of time in the big leagues. Came up with the Bombers, Minnesota Twins, 18-game winner, All-Star in 2010. He won 16 games in 12. 16 again in 14, so he's had a heck of a career.
Now Rafi Lopez leading it off. You may have seen Tyson Ross, who has come out on deck. He would pinch hit for Matt Strom. Apparently he's done as they shift here on Lopez on the right side of the infield. And a grounder foul. Count 1-2 to Rafi Lopez. Matt Strom goes the first 2 innings for the Padres today. Gives up a total of 2 hits, no runs, walked a batter, and struck out 2 through 31 pitches. Another foul off to the left, and another hard fastball at 97. So all good for Strom, getting through 2, scoreless.
Got that right. It's exactly what the doctor ordered. Andy Green said it was going to be a pen day as he enjoys his mouthpiece there.
2 pitch is swung on and lifted to left center field. Matt Kemp will make the catch out there in left field for the first out of the 3rd inning. He's been busy. 3rd put out there for Matt Kemp. And the pinch hitter coming up here in Tyson Ross.
Pinch hitter, number 38, Tyson
Time
Ross.
out for our Valley View Casino trivia question.
Love trivia, especially on a Sunday.
What is the Padres record for most pitchers used in a 9-inning game? Tweet us your answers by the end of the inning using hashtag Valley View Trivia. Of course, on a bullpen day today, we may see that record today.
I do not know the answer to that question. I'm going to take a guess, though. Can I guess?
Sure.
Should I say it out loud or just write it down?
Just yell it out.
7. I'm going to say 7.
7.
Now, is this just relievers or including the starter? Total pitchers?
Total pitchers, I believe, is the way it's worded.
Okay, I'll go 8 then.
You're already adding a guy.
Including the starter.
So 8 total pitchers
total.
in one day. So, okay. All right. See how you do. Tyson Ross with a big cut, 0-2.
What's your guess?
I'm going to say 7.
Okay.
And that still seems like a lot to me.
It does, doesn't it? I remember seeing Tyson Ross take one off the wall, right center field here at Dodger Stadium. His first time around with the Friars.
This one on the ground, couple of hops out to Chris Taylor. Throws to first, and Ross retired 2 down here in the 3rd.
Number 16, Travis Jankowski.
6 in a row retired by Bueller. Top of the order, Travis Jankowski coming up.
This is the 9th hitter that Tyson Ross was the 9th hitter for Bueller. 1 extra base hit. Second time around for Travis to try to get on base.
And he will. Shoots one by the brought-in third baseman Turner down the left field line. Matt Kemp over to play it. Has a little trouble. And Jankowski will round second, but he'll retreat to the bag at second base. Nicely done. Little double down the left field line. In scoring position with 2 down here in the 3rd inning.
Travis Jankowski putting on a clinic. This ball is, that's like middle, maybe a baseball away from the middle. Hands are first, barrel to follow, and it beats Turner, who's in on the grass, taking away that bunt, taking away the range. Boy, Matt Kemp falls down, can't find it. Jankowski was very aggressive around second base, but he holds up.
So 2 down. Jankowski getting a walking lead off second base, and a chance here for Hosmer to put the Padres on the board. Eric Hosmer flying out to Matt Kemp in the 1st inning, 0 for 1. Lined and caught at second base by Logan Forsythe. Ends the inning. Padres leave Jankowski at second. We're scoreless. For the answer to our trivia question today, what is the Padres record for most pitchers used in a 9-inning game? I want to up mine to like 10 or 11. But we'll see what they got. 8 done 7 times. There you go.
Sorry about it.
You got it right. I just started thinking about, like blowouts and stuff, and all of a sudden you start running guys out there. But it is 8.
I'm thinking blowouts. When I think of a blowout game, I think of a guy really having to suck one up for the team. I remember there was a game in Chicago. This was back in the 2000s. Will Cunane was his name, a right-hander.
Remember that name?
The bullpen was spent. He went out there and he gave up 10 earned runs. You talk about taking one for the team.
That hurts.
Hurt the ERA, no doubt about it. But the manager, the coaches, the team realized that, you know what, this was one of those situations where he's going to have to take one for the team. It happens every so often.
Adam Simber, the new Padres pitcher, had been warming up last inning and now into the game, his 22nd appearance.
Talk about a different look for these Dodger hitters now, huh?
Does mix it up.
You got the lefty Strom throwing 95-96. Now you got the guy picking up some dirt from the pitcher's mound and the release point around the ankles.
Fouled off at the plate here by Walker Buehler, who leads it off. One for 13 at the plate is Buehler. Goes 77. Base hit into center field for Buehler. Leadoff single for the Dodgers pitcher.
That's a good game of pepper. You consider, even though that ball's right down the middle of the plate, but still, that's great concentration. You can tell Buehler's a pretty good athlete. Takes that ball right back up the middle for the base hit. He's very popular. Sportos, motorheads, geeks. They love him. They just think he's a righteous dude.
Lead runner on for Chris Taylor. And Taylor will take a pitch high for ball one. Took almost into the third inning to have our first Ferris Bueller reference.
And why not?
Surprised it took so long.
Never gets old. Great shelf life.
I don't know. I think it might.
Yeah, that's your opinion.
The 1-0 is swung on and missed.
Good chance for a ground ball double play right here, especially with Buehler on first base. Doesn't have blazing speed. I mean, he can run a little bit, but you get a sharp ground ball at one of your infielders. Taylor can run a little bit. It's got to be sharply hit, though.
Well, Taylor walked his first time up, was caught trying to steal. Part of a strike him out, throw him out double play. Wild swing and a miss there. Pitch running away from him. Short lead at first base for Buehler, held on by Hosmer. And a liner down the right field line, a fair ball. Buehler heading for third. Taylor heading for second. Reyes gets it back in, and it's second and third with nobody out here in the Dodgers' third inning.
That's one of the things about baseball that is really unfair, and it works both ways. Looks like Adam Simber made a pretty good pitch. Well, it got down by the label, and Taylor does a nice job of just fighting it off. You can see how early the hands came through to try to beat that pitch in, and it just floats over the first baseman Hosmer's head. And second and third now for LA.
Kike Hernandez fouled out his first time up. Now hits a base hit into left field. Buehler will score. Taylor is stopped. Throw back in, and the Dodgers have jumped on top 1-0 here in the third inning. 3 straight hits off Adam Simber, and the Dodgers strike first.
That's why anybody who comes up to the plate with a bat in their hand, they are a threat. Started with Buehler. Base hit. Kike Hernandez early, swinging early. Finding the 5.5 hole for that first run. Simber is on his game, Don. He's going to get some grounders, and if you're a ground ball pitcher, some of those ground balls are going to find the hole.
Well, Justin Turner standing in. Runners at the corners, a run in. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the third inning. On the ground to third. Villanueva to second for one, on to first for two. They're coming home for three, but not in time. Tried a triple play, but a run sneaks in, and the Dodgers take a 2-0 lead. They almost executed that play.
Well, that was fun to watch. Runner at third, Taylor actually going back to third, and now it's around the horn. Hosmer. Oh, the throw was on the foul side of home plate on the first base side. Great effort all the way around. Everybody did their part to try to get the triple play, but the speed of Taylor at the end. That was fun to watch, though.
Yasmani Grandal will take ball one. No RBI for Justin Turner as he grounds into a double play. But they do get the run, and the Dodgers have played at 2 here so far in the 3rd inning. Foul below us. Nadal struck out in the 2nd inning swinging. 1 of 2 strikeouts today for the starter, Matt Strong. Went 2 innings and threw 31 pitches on a bullpen day. Adam Simber, his 1st inning. Line to center, and that's in for a hit from a Jankowski. 4th hit of the inning for LA.
Number 27.
I thought initially maybe Travis had a beat on that one from our vantage point. But after a second look here, this ball is really hit well on the line. And there's no way that Travis is going to try to lay out, especially the ball right at you. Now he's coming in. Yeah, he's going to let that one drop. Ball was hit well.
Now 2 down, Grandal at first, and it gives Matt Kemp a chance here in the 3rd inning. Kemp with a single to right field in the 2nd inning. Those career hits against the Padres, 147 for Matt Kemp. On the ground to short, Galvis will go the easy way to second for the force out that ends the inning. Dodgers get a pair, take a 2-0 lead to the 4th.
He plays in a way that's infectious and guys enjoy playing with him, and he's swung the bat relatively well this year. It hasn't been what it was last year, but it's a long season, and he's shown enough signs that you believe the power is going to come and you believe the extra base hits are going to be there. He's not drastically off his pace from last year from like batting average, on base percentage, walk, strikeout rate. All those numbers are kind of in line. The power just hasn't been there, but sometimes that takes like 1 or 2 swings of the bat and then it comes right back.
That's Andy Green talking about Jose Perella, and he mentioned, look, there have been some changes in his swing. Guys, he's hit safely in 7 of his last 8. 3 of his last 4 have been multi-hit games, and he has 4 doubles over that stretch as well, including in his first at-bat. He leads things off here. Let's see if he can get that first home run of the season. Guys, back up to you.
All right, thanks very much, Ken. It does seem like a lot of his hits have been on the ground, and it seems like the adjustment maybe to get it a little bit higher, maybe line drive like.
Gap to gap means more doubles. Ooh. Really fooled on that one. Curveball from Buehler.
Buehler now has a 2-run lead with which to work. Struck out the side in order in the second inning. Is 3 strikeouts. Liner down the right field line, foul. There you go. Kind of a look at what we're talking about.
Hey, I'll take line drives like that all day. And the home runs will come. I'm just wondering, as a hitter, I was never a hitter. I know that comes to a shock to a lot of people, but if you start thinking about it, no home runs, maybe dipping a little bit, maybe kind of trying to elevate a little bit too much. Maybe that comes into play. Who knows?
Too much launch angle.
Yeah.
As a grounder softly down the third baseline. Turner, do or die play. Throw on the run and not in time. Perella beats it out. Nice bid though by Justin Turner, but Perella will reach his second hit of the day.
That's a nice play by Turner.
Christian Villanueva.
Great hustle by Perella. I mean, even when it happened, clearly safe at first base.
First time in 4 innings the Padres have had the lead runner on. Christian Villanueva standing in as they shift on him on the left side of the infield. Popped out to the shortstop Chris Taylor in the first inning. Swing and a miss at that high fastball. Because Bellinger is holding on Perella at first base, the right side completely open for Villanueva.
And Don, this is the pitcher's view looking into Villanueva. 14 home runs. Where's the hot spot? Right down the middle of the 4, but he likes it down the middle and low. 6. 2 times he's gone on the outer half of the plate knee high and went a la calle. So you see that last pitch from Buehler going up with the fastball. Can't get on top of it enough to send it on its way.
Throw to first and back is Perella. Now, if you're Villanueva and you have that whole right side open, I mean, do you change your swing at all?
I think guys are stubborn. I think they stick to their plan. And you know, with a guy like Buehler, try to, I would say, why not try to go that way?
Time out with the tools of the trade brought to you by Ram Trucks.
Talking about the 2 home runs. He got extended. Remember, we showed you the hot zone. 2 of the home runs this year have been down and away. That looked like a breaking ball for the second home run. 2-run shot in the 6th, a solo shot in the 8th for Christian Villanueva. But get back to your point, Don. Guys get stubborn.
Villanueva strikes out, and that's 4 strikeouts for Buehler. 1 down here in the 4th inning.
Okay, and this is the pitcher looking at the way that swing right there. This is a curveball, right? To me, he's trying to pull that ball. He's trying to launch that ball rather than at least try to make contact with it and try to stay inside it and try to pepper it to the right side. So to answer your question, I think guys just get stubborn. They're stuck in their ways and they're saying, hey.
Yeah, that would have been a ball that you could have gone the other way with.
Yeah.
But instead, it is a strikeout for Villanueva. 1 down in the 4th inning, and there is Corey Spangenberg. Spangenberg struck out swinging in the 2nd inning. 0 for 1 today. Fires over to first base. Threw a seed over there, but back is Perella. It is a picture perfect day here today at Dodger Stadium. 72 degrees, light breeze.
It's nice, isn't it?
Great day here today. In there for a strike, and it's 1-1. Dodgers took game 1 of the series. Padres bounced back, took game 2, and today LA on top 2-0. Padres batting in the 4th, pitch 50 of the outing for Walker Buehler coming up. The breakdown for Buehler so far. He's given up 3 hits, 2 to Jose Perella.
More than 2-1 on the strikes to balls. That's good.
Spangenberg to center. Hernandez coming in on the run to make the catch on the sinking liner. Out number 2 of the 4th inning.
Number 32, Franmil Reyes.
Looks like got in on him a little bit. Kind of held his ground in center field. Nice reaction, nice read from Kike Hernandez.
2 down here in the 4th inning. Jose Perella had led off with an infield hit. He's still at first with 2 away. And here is Franmil Reyes. Still for 2 in the series. Coming into today's game, having only 2 at bats, 0 for 1 today, so 0 for 3 total in this 3-game series against LA. Down 0-2. Four strikeouts so far for Buehler. Struck out the side in the second, and just struck out Christian Villanueva in this inning.
Let's see what a 2-strike plan Reyes has here. I'm betting it's either going to be a fastball up or a breaking ball in the dirt.
Gets a piece, stay alive. Franmil Reyes getting his first major league home run on this road trip. That was off Gio Gonzalez in Washington in Nationals Park. 2-run home run for Franmil. Well, he tried the fastball up and he fouled it back.
Oh, Don Orsillo, pitching coach now.
I have a few ideas.
Yeah, you were kind of motioning to me up the ladder. And that's exactly what Buehler did.
I personally would go with the gyro ball myself, but
what are you going with right now?
I'll probably throw something in the dirt here,
okay.
Breaking ball. Like I said, a fastball up and away.
I love that. That may be a setup pitch, right?
So maybe I'm not going to be a pitching coach. Is that what you're saying?
Not necessarily. That was a waste pitch, 1-2. Fastball away. Now I think he goes for the kill right here. That one dots the outside corner.
Grounded back to the mound. Buehler will go to first base for the out that'll end the inning. Padres leave a runner. Dodgers have a 2-0 lead. last of the fourth inning. Back at Chavez Ravine. Well, yesterday's sluggers last night, Mike Trout having a huge game at Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, 5 for 5. Scooter Gennett also 5 for 5. Part of a 6-5 win against the Rockies, and Andrew Benintendi 3 for 4 with a triple and a home run as part of an 8-6 win against the Atlanta Braves. The Red Sox, in 8 of their last 10 games, did lose today to the Atlanta Braves, though, in the finale of that series. As Chris Sale gives up 6 earned runs today.
Ouch, man.
Cody Bellinger leads it off in the fourth inning. We'll see Scooter Gennett and the Cincinnati Reds next weekend at Petco Park, part of the homestand coming up for the Padres.
Reds started off this year 8-27 down. Remember that? They've gone 11-7 over the last 18 games.
They moved on from their manager to begin the year too, Brian Price.
Now Jim Riddleman at the helm, former Padres skipper.
It's caught up with a game break from the Bronx today. Yankees and Angels matching up again. Second inning of relief for Adam Simber. At least to begin the inning anyway. Allowed the 2 runs that the Dodgers have in the third inning. Bellinger pops it up. Galvis racing into foul ground with a shift on. He's there to make the catch in foul ground for out number 1. Time now for our Coors Banquet timeless moment on this date. Back in 1968, Major League Baseball expands outside of the U.S. The National League announces the addition of the Montreal Expos along with the San Diego Padres, May 27th of '68.
You know what's unbelievable about that? My good friend and your friend, Bob Chandler, right? Hello, Bob.
Love Bob.
He was working in TV sports, and he tells me the story about when it came over the ticker. Remember the ticker?
Yes.
We have news from Major League Baseball. And it's funny because, oh, I love that hat, too. The Expos lid.
Great logo.
How both teams, after the 1969 season, finished identical records, 52 and 110.
Bob Chandler was kind enough to give me his book in spring training.
He's the best.
And really helped me out a lot.
Yeah.
With Padres history.
Yep. He is a true historian of Padres baseball. Not only the big league baseball, but also the minor leagues, too, because he was working in TV when they were the PCL Padres.
I learned a lot.
Bob's the man. Bullet Bob.
1-2 pitch. Line to center. Incoming. Jankowski makes the catch below the cap high. 2 down.
Number 66, Yasiel Puig.
Simber has 2 quick outs here in the fourth inning.
The way I keep score in my book is the way Bob Chandler does.
Did you learn from him?
I learned from my dad a long time ago as a kid, but then I looked at Bob's book, and it really made sense to me, tracking the runners. And I know everybody's different, and that's the beauty about keeping score. But I do it the way that Bob does it because I worked with him in TV.
2 down here in the fourth inning, and Yasiel Puig broke it back. Rounder way over is Hosmer, and Simber won't make the catch, and Puig is safe. Hosmer ended up way over towards second base. Simber got there but could not catch the ball, drops it, and Puig will reach. The bat splintered into about 100 pieces.
You know, I was thinking that was possibly a ball for Corey Spangenberg, but he was playing back off the grass. You eliminate Corey now. Adams got to get over there. Can't come up with it. Kind of took his eye off the ball as he was approaching the first base bag. But you talk about getting in Puig's kitchen right there. That bat shattered.
They rule it a hit. So Puig on with 2 outs, and Buehler takes strike 1. Saw pieces flying all over the place.
Shattered, shattered, Should do be. That's getting in the kitchen right there.
On the ground, softly hit. Villanueva will fire across the diamond high, but Hosmer is tall. Comes down on the bag and ends the inning. 2-0 Dodgers.
Leading out the 5th inning, number 13, Freddie Galvis.
All right, Mike and Mark, thanks very much. Yeah, it is really a two-horse race right now in the American League East. As we play along here to the 5th.
I would have to say, you know, teams go through spurts. They're going to be hot. They're going to have their times when nothing's really clicking for them. But this has the potential, Don, of being a race that's consistent throughout the summer and beyond, don't you think?
Sure could be. And certainly renewing the rivalry between those two clubs. As Freddie Galvis standing in here on the left side. Lines one down the right field line towards the corner. That's going to roll around a while. And Galvis headed for 2. He will pull it up at second base. Freddie Galvis got himself a leadoff double here in the 5th inning.
Oh, was Freddie cheating a little bit on the fastball?
Rafi Lopez.
One thing is for sure. Buehler missed location. That one is right down the middle. He wanted to go down and away, and Freddie is off and running. That's a way to lead it off here in the top of the 5th.
Third double of the game for the Padres. There's Rafi Lopez, a flat out to left field, his first time up. Lopez fouling it off. Out on deck is Matt Caesar, who has come out here to pinch hit for Adam Simber. So 2 innings tonight from Matt Strom, 2 from Simber. Still getting ready to the pen is Makita. This will get away right up over the shoulder of Grandal, back to the backstop. And taking third is Galvis at the front of the plate. In front of the plate, anyway.
Wow.
Exploded.
Yeah, Brian O'Nora doing a little landscaping in front of home plate there.
Wild pitch has Galvis at third base. Now 1-1 to Lopez. Only 2 runs of the game. The Dodgers getting 2 in the bottom of the third inning. RBI single by Kike Hernandez. Justin Turner grounded into a double play that produced the second run. Here's a foul fly down the left field line out of play. In the air to left field, struck pretty well. Kemp going back towards the corner, and he'll make the catch and bang up against the wall. Tagging and scoring is Galvis to put the Padres on the board. But a long fly to left field for Rafi Lopez, and a nice catch out there by Kemp. Padres are on the board, cutting the Dodgers' lead in half. It's 2-1.
Good swing, good result, and a nice play by Matt Kemp, because that wall out there where the foul pole is, it bellies out, so he's going towards that pole. Starts to shorten up on him there. His momentum, he takes it right on the hip. That's an easy run. As Freddie Galvis tags and scores easily. That is good concentration by Matt Kemp on that one.
1 out, bases empty now, and here is Matt Caesar grounding one left side to short. Taylor rounds behind it, and his throw in plenty of time to get Caesar 2 down. Now 2-way, and Travis Jankowski coming up. It's time now for the AARP take on Travis Jankowski versus right-handed pitching. 66 at bats for him, 23 hits, equals a .348 batting average, .419 on base, and a .455 slugging percentage against right-handed pitching.
That's why I took him today and picked the stick. I had the last pick today. Who did you go to today?
Christian Villanueva. Jankowski slaps it foul down the left field line.
I had a nice chat with Travis yesterday in front of the dugout before batting practice. I said, what's the one thing you think of in an at-bat? He says, try to barrel it up with each swing. And secondly, I put it in my mind that this pitcher is not going to strike me out. I'm going to some way, shape, or form with 2 strikes put the ball in play.
Well, Travis strikes out looking.
He got the bat taken right out of his hand. That wasn't even a strike.
5 strikeouts for Buehler, 2-0, 2-1 Dodgers.
I want to recount.
Padres baseball brought to you by Kona Brewing Company. Enjoy a Big Wave Golden Ale or Longboard Lager today. By Petco, the pet company. And by Nissan. It's time to upgrade. Save big at the Nissan Tech for All sales event. Shop ChooseNissan.com. Tight one this afternoon in LA. The Dodgers have a 2-1 lead as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. And it'll be the top of the order coming up here for LA, and Chris Taylor to face the new pitcher, Kazuhisa Makita, into the game.
18th game for Kazuhisa. Got to work on limiting the walks, and once again, the arm angle like Adam Simber. So these Dodgers are going to still see that release point from down around the knees or ankles.
Popped up a mile high, foul ground. Villanueva Lopez, and it's Villanueva makes the catch in front of the Dodgers dugout for the first out as Taylor swinging at the first pitch is out number 1 at the bottom of the 5th inning.
And hitting for the Dodgers, 13,
Max Muncy is going to pinch hit for Kike Hernandez. 235, 5 homers and 15 runs batted in. Muncy got the start last night at first base and comes in here to pinch hit. Checks into his 32nd game of the year. And he takes strike 1. That's the fastball at 82 from Makita. Close pitch, at high. Fouls it off, and it's even at 2-2. That got the home plate umpire, Brian O'Nora.
Yeah, it did.
Simber went 2 innings, giving up 4 hits. The 2 runs that the Dodgers had. Didn't walk anybody, nor did he strike anybody out. Swing and a miss, and Muncy strikes out. First K for Makita, 2 down.
Watch every out-of-market regular season game live or on demand at home, in the office, or on the go with MLB.tv. Your subscription includes MLB At-Bat Premium, allowing you to watch live baseball on your favorite supported devices. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.tv for details.
2 down here in the 5th inning, and brings up Justin Turner. Turner has struck out and grounded into a double play, and now flares one foul off to the right.
Anyway, that breaking ball there kind of backed up on him a little bit. Might have been a changeup. Need to go up the ladder with a fastball here.
Turner sends it down the right field line over towards foul ground and into the seats Ramil Reyes headed over in that direction, but a foul ball. Makita getting Taylor to foul out. Muncy struck out. And now Turner strikes out. Back-to-back Ks for Makita. We head to the 6th inning. It's 2-1 Los Angeles. His second start ever against the Padres and dealing early as Buehler with a total of 5 strikeouts through the first 5 innings. Adam Simber giving up a base hit to Kike Hernandez who brings in the first Dodgers run of the day. And the Padres try to turn a triple play here. They get 2 of the outs, but scoring from third base and getting in for the Dodgers was Chris Taylor. Padres would get a run on a sac fly by Lopez and a great grab down there by Kemp. Tagging up and scoring was Freddie Galvis to cut the Dodgers lead in half. It's 2-1 LA. Matt Strom started the game, 2 shutout innings. Walker Buehler has gone 5 so far. 1 earned run, no walks, 5 Ks. Galvis and Taylor chipping in for both the Padres and Dodgers. As we head to the 6th, and Eric Hosmer leads it off and takes strike 1.
See, 3rd time around now for 2-3-4 for San Diego as Walker Buehler getting a little help today with that strike zone.
Now coming up and in. Hosmer today has flied out to left and lined out to second base. .70 pitches for Buehler, working to his first hitter of the 6th inning. Hosmer chops it back towards the mound, and Buehler will flip underhanded quite a distance. It tires Hosmer 1-3. 1 down in the 6th inning. The defensive changes right now as Max Muncy stays in the game at first base after he pinch hit. Bellinger moving from first base to center field. Kike Hernandez was hit for. So the new defensive alignment right now for LA. 1 down. Jose Perella's had a good day. 2 hits. Grounder towards short. Taylor racing in. Throws out Perella. 2 down.
Third baseman Christian Villanueva.
Time now for the Kia Drive to Success. Christian Villanueva coming up here. Most extra base hits by a rookie. 21 of them for Villanueva. French Cordero, top 5's got 13. Brian Anderson of the Miami Marlins, who we will see next. Quiet day today so far for Villanueva. Has popped out short. Last time up, struck out swinging. One of the 5 Ks for Buehler. Last 9 games, 5 home runs and 11 RBIs for Christian Villanueva. 2-1. Bouncing in again. Wow. Seen that a few times from Buehler.
That's a 48-footer.
Snaps it off short.
Yeah. Man. It's a heck of a pitch in cricket, but not baseball. It's got to get there on the fly.
On the ground, left side. Taylor from deep short. Throws out Villanueva, and the Padres are down in order in the 6th inning. 2-1 Dodgers.
All military by sharing a photo or video with hashtag Hats Off for Heroes. For each post, T-Mobile will donate $1 to support veterans.
Last of the 6th inning. More Makita as she takes the hill again after a 1-2-3 5th inning. Yasmani Grandal sends one out towards right center field. Travis Jankowski right on the edge of the track there, over to make the catch for the first out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Time now for the San Diego fans of the game.
Bringing back the brown here at Dodger Stadium. I love the yellow sleeves too underneath the jersey.
One down here in the 6th inning. Matt Kemp 1-4-2, a single to right in the 2nd inning. Five for 11 in the series is Kemp.
First pitch in for a strike. Second pitch, a little frisbee down and away. Let's see if Makita tries to mix it up. Go back inside, maybe up.
To left, and Perella started over. Now comes in and makes the catch in left field. He was going left, and then all of a sudden realized that was sinking. Came in and made the grab.
Center fielder, Cody Bellinger.
Nice recovery right there by Perella. Makita likes it. 2 quick outs. Not the best route, but he got the job done. GPS is off a little bit. Got to recalibrate.
2 down here in the 6th for Cody Bellinger. That was funny. You're not usually funny. That was that was actually funny. Bellinger 0 for 2 today.
What did you say before? It's like 1 out of every 20.
I think somewhere around there, give or take.
Yeah.
1 out of 20 is usually funny.
That's a 5% funny ratio.
5% of the time. Popped up right side. Hosmer will make the catch. Will stagger there at the end. Well, through 6, Mark Brandt made a funny joke. The end of the 7th. Now you take a look at the injuries they have. Called the Dodgers non-starting rotation. They're currently on the DL. The good news is, of this list, Clayton Kershaw is supposed to come back and start on Thursday. The rest still on the DL. And tough situation. Of course, yesterday throwing a simulated game here to hitters. And it was certainly a good sign yesterday for the Dodgers, and he's anticipated off the DL on Thursday for LA.
Well, they definitely need him back. There's no doubt about that. Everybody in baseball knows that. One of the best left-handers when he is 100% healthy. And with the way the Dodgers have, they're 3.5 out. It's a very tight division as we speak. Arizona is just, my goodness.
Very surprising.
Whew. With the way they're going to get him back in the rotation. Dodgers are hoping that they move up in the standings with him back in.
6 in a row retired by Buehler as Spangenberg finds himself down 0-2 very quickly. Well, since May 1st, to look at the NL West, and the Diamondbacks have gone 6-17. They've lost 8 of their last 10, and the Padres up over 500 since May the 1st, 12-11.
Time to maintain. Keep that. It's a long season.
Ball 2 strikes to Spangenberg. Reyes, and then Freddie Galvis anticipated here in the 7th inning. 1-2. I got jammed and flips it foul off to the left out of play.
Boy, Buehler does such a nice job of righties and lefties alike bearing the fastball in. You know, usually when we talk about younger pitchers, Buehler being 23, it's either the really good glove side, arm side. It's really not both, but I think Buehler's both sides of the plate.
'82 pitches deep into his outing, dealing with his first hitter of the 7th inning. Third time he has faced Spangenberg. And a full count down. Now to this point, Buehler has not walked anybody through the first 6 innings and has struck out 5 along the way. Another foul ball off to the left. Another fastball at 97.
Yeah, if you're late on the fastball like that and it's 3-2 and it's a 1-run game, hey, why not challenge him? Pitch him away, play him away. That's the way the outfield is played. Matt Kemp over towards the left field line as we got action. Tony Cingrani, the left-hander, up for Dave Roberts.
Has already worked in this series previously. Payoff pitch again. And Spangenberg strikes out again. 6 strikeouts for Walker Buehler, 1 down in the 7th inning.
That was a dandy of a slider from Buehler. You've got the fastball, you've got the curveball in the back of your mind, right? Well, now he pulls the string on the slider. Great location, good tilt. That's the payoff pitch. Plays perfectly.
One down here in the 7th inning. And it brings up Franmil Reyes, 0-for-2. Struck out swinging in the 2nd inning, grounded back to the mound in the 4th inning.
First pitch slider, pitching it backwards there. Where'd that one miss, Don?
Not sure it did. Oh, Nora's got something in his eye, so maybe he didn't see it. One pitch. 1-2.
That's a good slider, man. Breaking that out now.
Nora's still got something in his eye. Maybe a contact situation. Not sure what's going on. Dodgers trainer is going to head out there and check on him. Good here. So good to go. Yeah. Is Brian O'Nor, home plate umpire. Swing and a miss, elevated at 95, and Reyes strikes out back-to-back Ks for Walker Buehler, 7 in all. Second time Reyes down by way of the K today.
Buehler still has the location and still has the velocity at 95. It's exactly where he wanted it. That working underneath that fastball. Tough to get on top of.
8 in a row now retired by Buehler, and it brings up Freddie Galvis. He's just mixing it up. Travis now 3 for 8 in the series, including a double his last time up to right field. Check swing. Did he go? No. Check with Brian Knight, third base umpire. Swing and a miss, and Galvis strikes out. For the second time, Walker Buehler has struck out the side in order. 2-1 Dodgers. By your San Diego Honda dealers. Visit us at sdhondadealers.com. And by Jerome Furniture, where Jerry's price is the lowest price every day. Back at Chavez Ravine at Dodger Stadium, where the Dodgers are holding on to a 2-1 advantage as they come to bat here in the last half of the 7th inning. Yes, Mark Grant right now, I'm thinking, is at 6 Dodger dogs at this point of a 3-game series, with a post-game Dodger dog sitting to still happen.
Not true. 4 up until this point, but 2 or 3 will be possibly on the bus back to San Diego.
You told me you had 2 last night, but it was confirmed by Fernando Valenzuela that you had 3.
I did not have
last
3.
night. This is line to third, and Villanueva comes up with it. Nice grab by Christian Villanueva. A step and a dive, and that's out number 1.
That's huge in the 1-run game. Christian Villanueva doing a fine job over there at third base. Great reaction. Now the right-hander Forsythe, that ball is going to be hooking towards Villanueva. Well, as a pitcher, you got to love that.
Makita's done a nice job. He's had some help from his friends defensively while he's been in there. There's Yasiel Puig, 1-for-2, and a grounder foul. Pitch hitter has come out on deck behind Puig and Chase Utley. That would be for Walker Buehler. Maybe a bit of good news here for the Padres that Buehler thrown 93 pitches and is rolling, maybe coming out of this game. How good was Walker Buehler today?
That's why he's the #1. He was the #1 minor league prospect, and that's why the Dodgers got themselves a good one. numbers like that. Second time against the Padres, part of the no-hitter in Monterey.
Fly ball foul down the right field line, 0-2.
Don, it's just not that Buehler has a good fastball and good secondary pitches. He can locate those pitches as well. That's what makes him so good. There might be a guy with a plus curveball, but does he know where it's going? Buehler broke out the slider as well and was very effective with that pitch late.
A pop-up right side of the infield. Hosmer shading his eyes, now gives way. And Spangenberg makes the catch running onto the infield grass. 2 down.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the San Diego Padres and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and description of this game may not be disseminated without the express consent of the San Diego Padres.
Here is the pinch hitter, Chase Utley, coming up with 2 down in the 7th inning. Utley has come off the bench in all 3 games of the series. He's not had a start in the series, but into his 43rd game of the year. Takes strike 1. And Chase Utley as a pinch hitter has done quite well. 7 for 15 in that category.
Wow. He's driven in 5. That's clutch in the pinch.
Down 0-2. How good has Makita been since coming in?
Very good. Different look after coming in. The same look as Simber, but still making good quality pitches. He's throwing that Makita queso up there at 80-81. Throwing the frisbee up there, keeping him off balance. Some nice defense behind him, particularly Christian Villanueva at third base.
Swing and a miss, and Utley strikes out. 3rd strikeout for Makita. Retires 9 Dodgers in a row. We head to the 8th. LA on top 2-1, and Kazuhisa Makita dealing. All right, Mike and Mark, thanks very much. Back here at Dodger Stadium, where it is 2-1, LA on top. Walker Buehler after 7 very good innings out of the game, and Tony Cingrani in the game.
been a good pickup for the Dodgers, getting Tony Cingrani, his 23rd game, high ERA, but still, he's got nasty stuff. You look at the strikeouts. I mean, to me, that's an inning where he had maybe a blow up, and that's why the ERA has ballooned to over 6.
Again, Buehler today, 7 innings, 4 hits, 1 run, didn't walk anybody, and struck out 8. He had 8 0-2 counts today. 20 first pitch strikes, only 2 3-ball counts, and again, he didn't walk anybody.
Yeah.
2 innings in which he struck out the side in order, 2nd and the 7th inning, and ended up retiring the last 9 Padres that he faced before departing.
Seems like he really buckles down too in adversity, you know.
Lopez strikes out, first out of the 8th inning.
It's hitter number 17.
Like Pomeranz
A.J.
mentioning
Ellis.
the trade the Padres made, and we'll hear from A.J. Preller in the postgame show. Phil Hughes tweeting out today, excited for a new opportunity in San Diego. Be West Coastin' soon.
Nice. Looking forward to meeting you, right-hander, Phil Hughes.
One down here in the 8th, and it brings up Ellis. A.J. Ellis pinch hitting here for Makita, who is very good. Retired all 9 batters he faced, 3 by way of the K. On the outside corner, 0-2. Former Dodger, A.J. Ellis. Fouls it back to the right. A.J. Ellis with a home run last night. Had a good game last night for the Padres. Part of their victory here in Game 2.
A couple of knocks, both sides. To left field, both hits to left field. The home run and the single in the 2nd inning.
Has to be a comfortable place for A.J. Ellis to hit at.
Catching all those innings behind home plate. Good batter's eye here. Familiar. You know, even though there's a lot going on, you got those speakers and stuff, it looks still like a pretty good batter's eye, doesn't it?
It's pretty dark.
They should put I think they should cover those speakers with like a black tarp or something, like the one in the background, to make it uniform.
I'll say this, those speakers work really well.
They do. You
Pretty
know,
loud place these days,
Yeah.
Dodger Stadium. This on the ground, deep short, and no play for Taylor. Is reaching is A.J. Ellis. You mentioned the 2 hits last night. He's got one right here in the 8th inning with 1 down.
Flip that lineup over to Travis Jankowski. It's a nice day at the ball yard for A.J. Ellis. A pinch hit single. Call it a day.
Franchi Cordero is going to pinch run for A.J. Ellis. So Ellis aboard. Pinch run for by Franchi Cordero. 1 down, 1 on, and here is Travis Jankowski. The tying run down first base for the Padres here in the 8th. 2 for 11 in the series. 1 for 3 today. One over there again, and Cordero back to the bag again.
Well, if he's going, it's going to have to be on that first move from Cingrani, the left-hander. That's the play you take a chance on.
Did he go? No. We'll check with Brian Knight, third base umpire. Cingrani falling behind here, 2-0. Popped up foul, back and out of play. Wave making its way around Dodger Stadium. Fouled off again. Tying run at first base. Pinch running is Franchy Cordero with one out. Full count now. And a good at bat for Travis Jankowski to this point.
I say you put the runner in motion.
Eric Hosmer waiting on deck. Cordero not running, and Jankowski, it's a fly ball to left. Jock Peterson just into the game out there, makes the catch in left. There are 2 outs in the inning. Now Hosmer coming up to face Cingrani again. He faced him in Monterey, and this happened for Eric Hosmer. One of his 6 home runs on the year. Two down in the 8th with Cordero at first. 0 for 3 day today for Hosmer. Fastball buzzes him in at 94. Up and in.
The nice thing about that home run in Monterey, lefty on lefty, he stayed on it nicely and pulled it right center field. That was an impressive at bat.
How do you like that? Up and in and then down and away.
Sounds like an old school scouting report. Hey, how do you pitch this guy? Up and in, down and away. All right, go get him.
Lopez struck out. A.J. Ellis was able to get a pinch hit single. Franchy Cordero running. Jankowski flied out, and now Hosmer on a check swing fouls a 95-mile-an-hour fastball to the screen. Our largest crowd of the 3-game series is today. 46,650 on hand. 46,650. Friday night better than 44,000. 43,000 and change here last night. Runner goes, and Hosmer swings and sends one to center, but back there is Bellinger in left center to make the catch that ends the inning. Into the bottom of the 8th, 2-1 Dodgers. Shouting for Kazuhisa Makita as he goes 3 innings on this bullpen day and strikes out 3 and retires all 9 Dodgers that he faced, pitching the 5th, 6th, and 7th innings.
Yeah, he stayed out of the heart of the plate, gave the Dodgers a different look, same look as Adam Simber after the lefty Matt Strahm started this ball game. And you see improvement from Makita, and that's a confidence booster today. Tight ball game. It was middle of the game.
Into the game for the Padres. Tyler Webb pitched last night very well. Back in there again today.
Yeah, came in last night, bases loaded, big punch out from the left-hander. 2/3. That 1 strikeout. His 4th game.
On the ground and by the dive with Spangenberg into right field. Chris Taylor with a leadoff single, aboard for the 3rd time today.
First baseman number 13, Max Muncy.
We've seen some hitters at the top of the order for the Los Angeles Dodgers today, swinging early in the count. And Chris Taylor, does he get this one in the kitchen? Down by the label a little bit. Inside out swing.
Lead runner on for LA here in the 8th, and here's Max Muncy. Take strike 1. Muncy struck out in the 5th inning. Pinch hitting for Kike Hernandez at the time. Baseball rubs it up. Walks clockwise around the mound before turning to the top of the hill. Elevates for ball 2. So today, Matt Strahm for 2, giving up no runs. Adam Simber 2 innings, giving up 2 runs, currently on the hook. Makita 3 shutout innings. And now Tyler Webb in this bullpen day for the Padres. High drive, deep right field, off the bat of Muncy. And that changes things. A long home run into the pavilion in right field. Muncy with a 2-run shot. The Dodgers have a 4-1 lead. That ball was crushed.
That ball went 3/4 of the way up the pavilion in right field.
Third baseman number 10, Justin Turner.
Wow. He wanted it down and away. Change up, left, up and in, right at the number 13 on that jersey. He put a number on it all right. Wow.
Still nobody out. Single and a home run. And Turner pops it up. First base way. Hosmer over the plate at the line for out number 1. Turner had no idea where that ball went. He thought it was a foul ball, was looking behind him, and it ends up a pop-up to Hosmer at first base, 1 down. So the first out for Tyler Webb, and it'll bring up Yasmani Grandal. This was a 1-run game coming into the bottom of the 8th inning. Breaking ball drops in for a strike. It is a save situation at the moment, and Jansen getting ready in the pen right now for LA. Jansen was actually up last inning, but now heating it up a little bit more, getting ready for the 9th. Jansen recorded the save in game 1 of the series.
There's Mark Pryor in the background there watching Kenley Jansen heat up. I'm still impressed how Muncy got to that changeup up and in and hit it the way he did.
I wonder what the tail of the tape for that home run was.
You know what? I'm going to guess 415. 415. That's my guess.
Check swing. Did he go? No. The check was C.B. Bucknor, first base umpire.
Oh, he most definitely went.
Getting another chance with a full count here. And he ends up walking Grandal. So one out walk, and bring up Jock Peterson for the first time today. Took over defensively in left field for Matt Kemp. .248, a home run, 16 runs batted in. Drops in there for strike one. To left center field. On the move is Perella. He'll get over and make the catch. As back to the bag at first goes Grandal with now 2 down in the inning. Let's revisit our keys to the game, brought to you by your San Diego Honda dealers.
Homers, then go home after this long road trip. 10 games, 12 days, 5 hits for the Friars, 2 singles, 3 doubles, no homers. And the pen is mightier than the Dodgers. There's going to be a pen day today, according to manager Andy Green. 4 pitchers for the Padres, 7 2/3, 9 hits. The big blow just off the bat of Max Muncy to give him a 3-run lead up to this point.
Cody Bellinger will take strike one. Oh for 3 in the game. Pops it up foul. That'll get into the seats. Big 2-run home run by Max Muncy in this inning. It's given the Dodgers a little breathing room. On top now 4-1. Bellinger looking for more. Padres shift on him on the right side. That's Muncy with a home run that's given the Dodgers a 3-run lead. Now a drive to center field. Jankowski going back at the wall. He leaps and that ball is gone. Straightaway center field. A 2-run shot for Cody Bellinger, and the Dodgers open this up on top 6-1. Home run number 8 of the year for Cody Bellinger.
Well, this one especially hurts because it's a 1-2 count. Webb had him in the hole. And like we said, first game of this series, Cody Bellinger with that swing has got one thing in mind. Fastball right down the middle. Boy, he leans on that one.
Logan Forsythe, 1-for-3 today. This was just a 1-run game coming into the bottom of the 8th, but so far a 4-run 8th inning for the Dodgers. Two and one to Logan Forsythe. Now Fields is up in the pen for LA. No longer a save situation, so Kenley Jansen sitting down. Fly ball, center field for Travis Jankowski. Makes a catch out there that will end the 8th, but a big 8th for LA. They score 4 times, take a 6-1 lead to the 9th. Walker Buehler's day, 7 innings, giving up just the 1 run, struck out 8, and finished his outing by retiring the last 9 batters he faced.
This kid is control. Man, he's got it all. He's got great secondary pitches. He threw the curveball early. Took him a while to get the feel for it, but elevated the fastball when needed. Broke out the slider a little later. Usually when a pitcher has 2 pitches like the curveball and slider, one takes away from the other one. Not the case from what I've seen in Buehler. Both of them above average pitches for the 23-year-old right-hander.
Jose Pirela coming up here to face the new Dodgers pitcher Josh Fields into the game.
Well, Don, you mentioned it with that home run. No longer a safe situation. The second home run that Bellinger hit. 25th game for Josh Fields. We saw him last night in the 8th. Toothpicks all the way around in his line. 1 innings pitched. 1 hit, 1 run, 1 walk, 1 strikeout.
Jose Pirela, a 2-hit day today. A double to left in the 1st inning. Infield hit to 3rd in the 4th inning. Where he grounded out to short in the 6th. Padres being out hit in this game 10-5 and trail 6-1 as they come to bat in the 9th inning. On the ground up the middle, and Pirela's got his 3rd hit of the day.
Didn't we throw a graphic up yesterday's game about Jose Pirela having 3-hit games and he responded?
It's been unbelievable.
2 hits yesterday. We talked about the 3-hit game, and that's his 8th 3-hit ball game this year.
Seems like a lot have been like that. Bounce back up the middle and into center field, and he's aboard to begin things here in the 9th inning. Here's Christian Villanueva. Oh for 3 today for the Padres' third baseman. Villanueva has popped out to short, struck out swinging, and grounded out to shortstop. Foul back, still 0-2. Still throwing at 95 miles an hour. And taking over for Tony Cingrani, who pitched the 8th inning. Giving up a hit, no runs, no walks, and struck out a batter. 9 strikeouts today for Dodgers pitching to this point. Leadoff base hit by Jose Perella in the 9th inning. Villanueva down 1-2. And a wild swing and a miss for Villanueva, who strikes out for the 2nd time today. One down in the 9th inning. Well, the Padres headed home after the game to open up a homestand, and Miami Marlins will be coming in. Justin Bour leads the team in home runs. Lewis Brinson, 6 home runs this season, and tied for 5th among Major League rookies. JT Realmuto leads the Marlins with a .325 batting average and .548 slugging percentage. Fly ball center field off the bat of Spangenberg, sending Bellinger back. 2 down.
Now, speaking of the Marlins, 9-15 on the road going into today's game. And the only record they have above 500 is against the NL West at 6-3.
They lost today to the Nationals 5-2. They were at home today. They play day baseball tomorrow in San Diego. Franmil Reyes will take ball 1. Leadoff single by Perella, still at first base with 2 down in the inning. Two balls and a strike now to Reyes. Field's going to the rosin quite a bit in between each pitch. Runner goes at first as Reyes takes a strike over the outside corner. Perella takes second on the defensive indifference. Well, it's left of the 46,650 at Dodger Stadium come to their feet. And 2 outs and 2 strikes on the batter, Franmil Reyes. Fly ball headed to right field. Yasiel Puig battling the sun, makes the catch that ends the ball game. Well, the LA Dodgers end up taking 2 out of 3 from the San Diego Padres. And today, what was a close game right up till the end. A 4-run last of the 8th inning for the Dodgers gives them a 6-1 win in the finale. It's time for Padres Live. What's in store, Mike Pomerantz?